We will start on the houstonstr.org webpage and click on the button for the customer portal website. Before registering your STR, you must create an account. So let's tap Create an Account and enter your email and a password. Make sure the password is at least 9 characters and includes at least one lowercase letter and a number. Click Submit. A link will be sent to the email you just submitted. Click on the link in the email to activate your account. If you didn't receive the verification email, check your spam. Here's the verification email. Let's activate the link. Now you can log in to finish creating your account. Use the email and password you just created. Your email is your username. This information is for your registration profile. Do not enter STR details on this page. Click Submit. And you return to the STR portal dashboard where you can register your STR. Click Register your short-term property. There are 5 tabs at the Welcome tab. Link back to home page where you will find the checklist. About You tab. This is info regarding the person who is registering the STR. Property. You will provide the STR details on this tab. Listings. Links to your STR on the various platforms. Documents. This is where you will upload the required documents. We are going to register a STR as the property owner. If you are ready to go, click Next on the Welcome tab. The About You tab is for information related to the registrant, the person who is completing the registration application. Your contact info will be displayed for review, and you can update all fields with the exception of the email. This is why we strongly encourage you to create a generic email for STR registration, especially if you are registering on behalf of a company. You will also be asked to identify yourself as either a property owner or operator. A property owner should match the official appraisal district records. If you are operating the STR on behalf of the property owner, you will identify as the operator. In this example, we are registering as the property owner. Click Next. For property details, you will enter the first 4 characters of the street address for the STR. Let's enter 611 Walker. The top 25 matches will appear in the next field. You have to click on the drop-down to view. When you click here, you will see the top 25 matches and select the address of the STR. We will select 611 Walker. If your STR has a unit number, you will be asked to provide it, and then you will be asked if you want to proceed with registering the STR. If the address looks correct, click Yes. If you can't find the address, you need to stop registering and email str@houstontx.gov. A question about the 24/7 emergency contact, you can click Yes, and your contact details will automatically populate. If you have another person or a company that handles emergencies, click No, and you can provide this information later. We are going to click No and add our emergency call center info later. Click Next. You see at the top, the number of tabs has increased. We now have an emergency contact tab and a terms tab. Complete the property details by identifying the type of property, your driver's license number, and the issuing state. If you are using a different form of ID, select Other. Here you will also check the box to confirm that you have already completed the required annual human trafficking training and have completed the certificate in your possession. Click Next. First, you need to let us know if you are operating on any platforms outside of Airbnb. This is important because Airbnb remits hotel occupancy taxes for all hosts. If the STR is only on Airbnb, hosts do not have to provide proof of hot remittance. If your STR is on additional platforms, you will be required to provide hotel occupancy tax remittance proof on the document tab. So if the listing is only on Airbnb, select no. If you have it listed in other platforms, select yes. For this example, we're only going to have our property listed on Airbnb, so we will select no. Now we are going to provide links to all the listings for our STR. To make the process easier, make sure you have tabs open for your STR listing. Click yes and then click add record. In the pop-up from the drop-down menu, select the website and then copy-paste your link in the field below. Since we already said we are only on Airbnb, we will add the listing and check the box that attests that Airbnb remits hot for all hosts. Click Next. Since I am not the emergency contact, as I indicated earlier in the tabs, I will enter the emergency contact info here. Make sure you get a green check next to the field once you have entered the info to ensure it is fitting the format. Once entered, click Next. Now for your document uploads. In most cases, there are 3 required fields: property owner, authorization, an acknowledgement form, proof of hot payment, and driver's license. Exceptions would be Airbnb hosts. If the STR is listed solely on Airbnb, no hot payment proof is required, as Airbnb remits all hot on behalf of property owners. Review the terms and type your name in the box. The balance due is displayed at the bottom right hand of the screen. You can click Submit, and now you will go to the online payment portal to complete the payment. Enter payment details, click Continue. Here you can confirm payment, click the Authorize box, and then Pay button. We click the Pay button and you should receive a payment receipt that you can print. This will also be emailed to you at the email address you provided to the payment portal. Make sure you click the Exit Payment Portal at the top of the screen to return to your dashboard. You will see a message that acknowledges receipt of your application. Now your information will enter the queue for the city to review and approve or request more information. All communication will be via email, although you can also check your dashboard for messages from the city by clicking on the My Request at the top of the screen. Any communication will be stored here in addition to being sent to you via email. In this video, we are going to register as an operator where the property owner is an organized entity like an LLC and we are listing on multiple platforms. Click Register Your Short-Term Rental to submit a registration request. You'll see this Welcome tab with this link directing back to the main page in case you need a reminder for the documents. Click Next. Next, I will confirm my details. If you need to correct any details, you can edit anything except for your email. This is tied to the registrations. Now we are going to apply for the registration as an operator. An operator is anyone who is running the STR, but they are not actually the property owner. But the property owner has authorized the property we are going to register. It's a city property, but let's pretend that the property owner is an LLC. Click Next, and we're going to search for our property by entering the first 4 characters, then clicking on the second search field to see the top 25 matches. Our property has a suite number, so we are going to update the record by inputting that unit number by clicking Yes and then entering the unit number. Now we can provide the emergency contact details. If the emergency contact is the registrant, click Yes. If it is someone else or a call center, click No, and you will be prompted on a later tab to provide that info. For this example, we are just going to say yes to being the emergency contact. Everything looks good so far, so we're going to click Yes. We want to register the STR and Next. On the Property Details tab, we're going to select our property type, enter our driver's license, and issuing state. If you have another form ID, enter the number and select Other for issuing state. We have 3 buttons to check here. We are going to acknowledge that we have taken the human trafficking awareness training and will keep the certificate on file. We will also check the buttons to acknowledge the property owner is an entity and that I will maintain records of the Texas Secretary of State documents and proof of good standing with the state in case of compliance audits. Click Next. And we move on to the Listings tab. You need to let us know if the STR is only on Airbnb or if it is on additional platforms. Check No if only listing on Airbnb. Check Yes if it is listed on other platforms. Next, add your links. This is easy to do if you have your listings open on other tabs. If you're only on Airbnb, you will get a button to check and attest that the listing is only on Airbnb and that Airbnb is remitting all hotel occupancy tax for hosts. If you checked Yes above, the button language changes. Your checking of this button attests that you are remitting hotel occupancy tax, and you will be required to upload the most recent tax receipt as proof under the Documents tab. Next, to the Property Owner tab, we have to provide owner info, and the best source for owner info is whatever is listed in HCAD. This is how you should prepare the owner affidavit form for uploading. This step comes later. In lieu of the property owner affidavit, you may submit a current valid lease between you and the property owner or an addendum to the lease. Feel free to redact information in the lease, but we need to be able to see the property owner's name, address, and your name, the provision authorizing operation of an STR, and the signature page with dates. Upload the documents and click Next. Sign and proceed to payment. Enter payment details, click Continue. Here you can confirm payment, click the Authorize box, and then Pay button. We click the Pay button and you should receive a payment receipt that you can print. This will also be emailed to you at the email address you provided at the payment portal. Make sure you click the Exit Payment Portal at the top of the screen to return to your dashboard. If you need to add another STR, simply click the Apply to Register Another STR icon at the top, and you will go through the same process we just completed. On your dashboard, there will be tiles for each STR that you register.